Hello, welcome to Dungeon Rollers Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. So today, for our weekly Mecha anime review, we're reviewing the 1989 anime film Megazone 23 Part 3, the finale of the Megazone 23 trilogy, which was directed by Shinji Aramaki and Kenichi Yatagai, written by Imu Eri and music by Keiichi Urata. Which this OVA, well, this movie was actually like two OVAs, two like 50-minute OVAs, but together it was like an hour 40 something minutes. Which like you can either watch like the individual episodes or the film version on YouTube, right? Which I saw the Japanese sub version for this film. So I'm gonna try to keep this short. They changed the art style yet again to something worse than the second one. I guess it would be better that it was better than the first one, but the first one had that Robotech like slash Macross art style. So that one was art. It's like a jump. It's like jump up really, not jump up. A toss up really. Which one is better? But honestly, in my opinion, the art style for the second film was the best. The story for this movie, it's a little confusing, to say the least. But basically, the story is that it takes place like 1,000 years after the events of the first one, give or take. And now Megazone 23 is a city on Earth called Eden, which obviously in the last film, how the movie ends is our main characters arriving on Earth. What's going on in this film is that people are under, like, the whole city is under the control of this corporation called EX, which is run by the system that controls Eden, which used to be Megazone 23, right? And there's this other organization called NetJack or Orange System, which developed this game called Game Boy, which is basically people getting into like a virtual reality fighters system, right? Which was pretty cool, and to like recruit fighters for their company, right? And our main character is our main character Edgy, right? Which the subtitles for the version I saw were like all up in the air. So I don't even know if it's like if I got like the names the right names. Which the main character is called Eiji Tanaka, who is kind of like he's very much like Shogo from the first movie. He's a rebel and a hacker, right? He gets recruited to work for EX, right? And most of the first OVA is us getting introduced to him and our other side characters, with which he also has a friend named Bart who's also pretty good at the game, who gets recruited for the other side, Orange Systems, right? So he joins EX and gets given like a Garland unit by EX boss, which is Jacobs, right? Who becomes the villain in the second part of the film. Which in the first film, it's not entirely clear who are the good guys or who are the bad guys, right? And you have a Char a Char clone in this anime called Sion, who is the top ranked player in Game Boy, right? The Flighter Sim game, who's working for the other side, who wants to take Edgy out, right? And also there's a character named Leo, who's the love interest for our main character, who's a girl, by the way, despite having like a male name. Who was sent by Orange System to like get to know like Edgy, to like infiltrate his group, kind of like in the second movie, right? So the second movie, it's all out war the second part of the OVA is all out war with Orange Group and EX, while Edgy, who wakes up Eve from the Eve, the singer slash AI, who has a humanoid body in this anime, is trying to figure out what went wrong with the system, because she was supposed to be waking up when Megazone 23 crashed to Earth, and to, like, fix society, right? It turns out the system went under, the system went out of control and possessed the operator of the system, which was Shogo, who goes by a different name in this film called. He goes by Ongdai, I think is how it's pronounced, and he basically looks like an aged Sephiroth in the film, right? And he even has it kind of reminded me of Return of the Jedi, because the Shogun, Edgy and Eve confront him, and he's sitting on a chair, and he uses electricity to shock Edgy. So it totally reminded me of Return of the Jedi. Overall, I like this. OVA film. Story-wise, it's probably better than the last two, but it didn't have the action and ultra violence that the first movie had, or all the action the second movie had. You literally don't see a giant robot until the 40-second mark in the first OVA, right? Which is pretty much near the end, because the first OVA is only 10 minutes long. Sorry, only 50 minutes long. So you have less than 10 minutes left of action than that one. Which not a lot of different mechs in this movie. They changed Garland's design yet again to more of a slimmer, version, which I guess makes sense considering it's a motorcycle that turns into a mech. And the bad guys' mechs are basically these camper clones, which they kind of look like. It took me a while to figure out what they remind me of. But they remind me a lot of the camper, which was the Xeon mobile suit in War in the Pocket. If you ever seen that Gundam OVA, which was a pretty cool Gundam OVA, and also the main bad guy Jacob, or the second main bad guy, Jacob has basically a blue Garland that has a fucking mega particle cannon in its chest, which was a really cool battle, where he's facing off against the Orange Group mecha pilots, who are brainwashed and turned into suicide berserkers, kind of like the junk. If you guys ever remember the new type junkies and the Seed and Gundam Seed Destiny, they kind of remind me of that. Overall, I thought there was some cool action. The animation in the first OVA had some choppy animation at points, but the animation was pretty much fixed in the second OVA. The music I thought was okay. It's the standard music. Though I thought the music was better in the second one. But overall, I enjoyed this film. It's a 7 out of 10. Not as good as the first one, but has better story than the second one. Alright guys, that's it for this review. And like I said in my last week's review, I'm taking a break from Mecha anime reviews for a while. It's the thing where I saw Gurren Lagann, I reviewed that last week, and that anime was so good. I'm just worried that that if I don't take a break from Mecha anime for a while, I'm just gonna compare everything to that to give shittier reviews when they probably weren't that bad. So that's why I have to take a break. All right, guys, but if you guys want to leave some suggestions for what animes you guys want me to review in the future when I come back from my break, let me know in the comments. Also, when my hiatus is done, I'll take the hiatus like tag off my my Mecha anime review playlist, which I'm gonna put on tonight. Okay, guys.